Hello and welcome. It's been a long time since I have done one of the buy low, sell high games using the programming language on that of Small Basic. And I have a very long history within the basic language via that of First Basic on Commodore 64, transitioning into, I think it was QBasic on DOS. And even Small Basic here, a little bit of Java, other different C++, different stuff. Codes like go to, if, else, for, A is equal to A plus 1. All these things I remember doing when I was like 10. That was a long time ago. And this code I wrote over a year ago, I think now. It's been a long time. With that being said, I thought I would do another one. And I was just searching around and found out Tezos has been around for a long time, since 2017. Midway through 2017. I did not know that. Ripple is just one code that I decided to put this with. To play this game, you're going to need the Small Basic program. To get this code, if you click on Import, it's going to ask you for a code. And when you make them, you can publish them. And that's what I'm going to do here. The code that comes up, which is BGK821, is what you would put in. Back in the day, I would put REM, think for Mark, just to write a note in here, which is what I'm going to do, because this time if I ever want this code again, there it is. I know it. So I just put it in there, and I'll just resave it. There is options of auto, just to make it fast and easy. And this is where the auto is here. So you can pick whichever moves you want, like 25% moves is how this is set up. So if you want 40% moves, change it to 1.4 and 100 over 140. 10% moves, 1.1 and 100 over 110. I'm going to go 30% moves on this one though. So I'm going to set the auto this way. Oh, make it really fast. I haven't done this one yet. I haven't even tested to see if it works, actually. I mean, it will, because if it doesn't, I'm just not going to do the video. But I don't see why it doesn't, other than the fact I haven't done this in like months. But, I mean, I've done this the same every time, and yeah, it works. It's going to pause the screen and set this up to fit the best that it should. And within it, when you do it, properties, I believe is where the font is. Or... yeah, you can change your fonts to make it bigger. You could probably put different colors in if you wish. I'm just going to keep it like this. The screen has the day number, which are actual real days. The current price ratio would start off at 7.86. So I start you off with even amount of each coin. How much the gain has been since your last trade, or which one is overperforming the other coin. Your holdings of each coin, where your last trades are. Now technically no trade at 786. It's just the opening number. But every trade you make, it'll show the last three. And then you can buy Tezos, and you'd sell it for Ripple. Sell Tezos, of course, for the other. Buy Ripple, sell Ripple. You can just go to whichever price you want. And then the auto is going to take it to the 30% move. And let's just see which day number. Next day number 2. The price goes up 47% in favor of Tezos. So I'm going to sell that coin. With the ownership of 1,000, how many do I want to sell? I mean, going these aggressive numbers, I think, is the way to go. So I would think you'd want to sell probably around 375 maybe. And then in the game, this is just to make sure that, okay, yeah, do I want 4,300, 7,800 up to, and then add 43, now it's 12,000. And then the very next day, Ripple comes out and it makes a 48% move. Okay, so maybe come in, sell 37.75, and then I mean, I haven't seen what the data does. I hope there's no inaccuracies in it, but usually there's not. And these moves can be realistic, especially when a coin comes out its first day. I mean, you're just going to get this major volatility. I've seen this like over and over and over again. 74% move. I mean, let's go 675. And then Ripple. I mean, I could just go in here and just buy my 675 back as one example. And then Tezos gains 43. I mean, this is every day. This will probably, I mean, I didn't look at the numbers. Really not that much. I kind of have a general basic idea on how the whole long term goes because I know how it ends. Or where the ratio is today for that matter. But anyway, Tezos gains here on 1100, so maybe go about 4.25. And then Ripple gains 30 in one day. Wow. Okay. I mean, if you're just selling everything like, all in all day, that would just be so profitable. Well, except for there, you'd be running out of Ripple and you'd have nothing to sell. 254% move. Wow, that's fantastic. So what you do in a situation like this? You have a coin. I mean, you're just kicking ass in the first week. You just got to be loving it already every single day. And if you think about the reality of this day, of the week, you could have probably got so many intraday moves. This is just seeing what the price is at like 7 o'clock p.m. or something. And that's pretty much what the time would have been. And a spot like this, I got 11,000 Ripple. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, oh man, that's an accidental push. Oh well. Let's just, oh, I didn't get lucky then. Let's just say I missed it. I guess I'll only sell 3,000 of them now. Now I got 99% gain. So maybe 67.50, and I got like nothing back. Oh, do I ever need... Okay, 4% finally on regular day. So now Tezos, okay. Tezos gained 70%. I got accumulated a whole bunch of them. And 38.66. Maybe 750. That should give me a lot to just get me boosted up. So day 16 gets moved to 19. Ripple gains 41%. So I can go ahead and maybe sell around 2,000. And then it gains 53% the next day. This is crazy. Oh, if the only markets could give me this type of action again, I'd be loving it. I mean, this is where you could just make a killing. And then 22.50 in the next day, I could just go out and buy, like, say, 2,900. It's going to cost me less. 684 my 4,500. That's it. And now I get a 37% gain. So I had that's it. So now I can do a good sell here, maybe like 875. And I could even go higher than that the way this market is. But 37% is not that much either, the way it's been as well. Day number 23. We're going to 900 days here. I know it's going to settle in because of how we are today, but okay, day 24 moves to day 25, of course. 51% move, only close to 3,000 of the Tezos, so I suppose we'll go like 16.25. That's a huge sale. And I can just even do a polish off sale. I just add another like 400.25 here because it went up 28% the next day. And then see what happens. There we are. Then maybe just do a small buy, like 600. Actually, that's a little expensive. 4,200. That's a little over like 17% of the Ripple that I own. Now Ripple gains 35%. Own 24,000. Okay. Let's say 72, 77. That's a number in my top of my head. I mean, I'm obviously looking at 24 and just putting numbers around that 30% number. And then Tezos makes a gain. So let's just go maybe 999 and pick up 8,400. Not a bad gain. And then we picked up 8,400, so maybe sell like 7,000 of those 84, pick up 1,100. And that Tezos is up. We're on day 62 now. Day 2,700. Be 1,275 of them. Ripple now gains, so maybe buy that 1,275 back. So it's going to be less Ripple. And now a Tezos gain of 35%, day 152. Not even quite a half a year. With this ownership, maybe 900. And then it goes up 54%. Maybe go like 800. Now I got 1,000 left, but 30,000 goes up to 42. And then Ripple goes up 35%. With the 42,000 ownership. 13.5 maybe. And then 30% again, so let's just do another 10K. And then it goes up 63%. Oh, crap. Do another... I pushed the wrong button. Well, when, I mean, look at the money I would have... I mean, obviously, it's just a video. I mean, I would have done better. That's twice I misclicked. So be it. In real life, that doesn't happen, so... At least not for me, it doesn't. Anyway, 3,300 ownership of XTZ with a 71% move. Let's go aggressive. Okay, well, it's 2,000. I could just get back a portion of what I got back. So 350 of the 2,000 short, because it's only a 33% move. And there we go. There's a actually even a better move. 7. So let's go ahead and we got 29,000. Let's sell maybe 12,775. Day 180 goes to day 81, and it's a 66% move on Ripple's end. Where was this Tezos trading back then? Wow. And what was its volume too? I'm sure wherever it was trading, Ripple was available. Most places have it. Although I've seen a couple exchanges then not. Let's do 77. Slot machine number. So 4,700 up 1,700. Oh, so 7,500 now. Or 6,500 rather, carrying the one mistake. So now Ripple's up 38%. Not just a whatever move, I guess, but a lot of volume has been coming in on this. It's just crazy. If you can, I mean, one day on the click there, Ripple's up 65%. And you can sell like half of almost half of what I own. I'm left with only 36. But no worries, I got the 31% gain. I sold 31.25 last time. Okay, let's do 37.25 back. So I have a bit more than I did before. And of course I have more than the other one in that venture trade. Ripple, 31%. Just a small move, day 198. Again, there's 900, almost 1,000 of these days. And we go through that dry spell of 2018 and all that, 2019, where the markets just go blah. We started in 2017, so this is June of 2017, which means we're already past the market bubble tops. If it's 200 days, we're like, actually, we're pretty much around that. We're actually near that market high now. This is where you'd be doing like cash outs because it'd be worth so damn much right now. And then the buybacks, and then becoming a little bit later on day like 300, 500, 800, or 600. With of course, when you're betting against Bitcoin and the dollar is what I'm referring to on that one. Anyway, Ripple up 31%, just a small move. So let's just do something tiny like 1875. So day 199 up to 201, of course. Just a small move again, though. So let's just do a small sell on Tezos, just like 1,700. Oh, that's 4,000. That's a lot to add. Don't need to do that. I mean, 5,000 in itself is pretty good. I mean, it's almost like go Ripple now. And what does Inverta come in at? It's Tezos. Oh, 63% though. Let's do 2,750. And then that goes up. So that 2,750, let's go 2,950, gain 200. And now Ripple gains 42%. Let's do triple quad threes. 47%. So we bought 300. Let's just buy 4 or sold 33. Let's get 4,000 back. Now Tezos is up 42%. Day 244 is just crazy. And you just wait for the numbers to come. I mean, this is a computer. Obviously, a computer can be programmed to do this so mathematically simple. And we'll do 1375. A lot of sells in a row. So finally, we get a buy in there. I don't like getting a lot in a row. I like getting, once I get like 3 in a row, it's like, go the other way, please. I mean, I do kind of cheer for one direction at times. Okay, so now we got 2 buys in a row. So I kind of sometimes would cheer for multiple ones in a row when you get a lot like that, because you really want to get rid of some of that 28,000. I just pick like a number in the area of such, like around 10K. So day 302 up to 305, 41% move on Tezos. Day 306 up to 325, so there's 19 days there. And I'm just going to keep on moving this and see how this can go now. And we're in year 2 because we're on 372 past that 365 362 number or 365 number. 3 sells in a row now. And that means I'm going to start to run low on the supply if this keeps going up like this. Well, look at that. 50% move on Ripple with 50,000 ownership. I mean, 12,500 could do damage, meaning much more than 2. Yeah, just like a double up. And I'm kind of hoping for another Ripple game. And that's 30%. I mean, might as well take some right there. Like maybe another 9,700 or something. And then 64% move. I can make a ridiculous sell. Now it's 3 in a row the other side. And 32%. Again, this is getting ridiculous. 4 in a row. 5 in a row. This is ridiculous. I could do an all-in sale. That's something I kind of wonder. I mean, how many times in a row does it take before I go all in? I'm doing like over a half on a 30% move. And it just doesn't stop. Let's hope to get lucky. I mean, you just have to do it. It gets way too low. Okay, so I sold like 1,000, I think it was. How much would that cost? 943. That's like, I need more than that. So, I mean, you bought so many in a row. You don't want to touch, you don't want to sell much of that 19,000 you accumulated. 10% is 1,900. You get 2,300 just in case kind of deal. Well, it didn't happen. Just in case Ripple had a big move. So, now 17,000, maybe look about, like what would 2,500 do? You own 23, you would own 60. I kind of want a bit more than that. Maybe do 3,000 and then you'd add like 8,000. So now we got like 10. And of course, knowing that would happen, I wish I would have done less or none and then just wait for the top. But if I know when the top is going to occur, it would just be so easy. So, I mean, this is easy enough as it is, I think. At least it is for me. Let's do a little more aggressive here. 4,400. Okay, so now we got 25,000 and 10,000, and Tezos continues to gain. Let's do another 20, decent amount, 27. And there, finally it went up enough. So 27.50 we sold last time. Let's maybe add 3,000, just a 250 profit. And now Ripple gains 30%. Let's do, we're at day 727, so we're getting closer and closer. I mean, we're in the 3rd year. That's a drier year of 2018 versus 17. That's just how it went. And in 19, of course, as well. All right, so we're selling Ripple, owning 27K, 30% move. Let's do 8,800-ish. And then Tezos gains, so let's buy it. Let's do about 10. So now Tezos gains 3,000 or 32%, around 3K. I was thinking about going under. I'm like, no, I got to be at least 3 since I already typed in 2. That's why I took 29.96. And next number, we go from 452 to 347. 42,500 is the ownership. So this, I mean, to me, this is tight sell. 13,000. I could do like 16, 18 if I wanted to. And of course, knowing that's the case, I mean, I kind of would have done it, but that's just how it goes. Again, small move, but that's the way this crypto time has been. To me, it looks like as I'm doing this, February 11th, the volatility is picking up to good times. I really hope it is. I mean, market's going to do what it's going to do, and within this, it's just reacting to the event. I mean, 30% move, you own 9,000. How do you react? Okay, let's do 2,700 and see what happens next. Okay, well, what happening next is that it goes up even more. Okay, well, I still got 6,400 back. That's kind of light, but we'll do that, 2,200. Ripple gains, so let's do 2,600 buy. We're on day 927, so this is going to end pretty soon. Let's just see. But we're also, I think it's closer to the 1,000 number than 900. We've got good volatility the last many days. 954 day number now, so it's up to 765. You got 6,000, so 1888. And now let's do it again. Let's see, 963. It goes up. So let's sell maybe 716 and a quarter, and we're done. But even before that trade, the ownership, 5,000 of the Tezos and 75,000 of the Ripple. I mean, that's pretty good. How much did I start you off? But I always forget. 5,000. Well, that's up 5 times. 75,000, that's up nearly 10 times. So that's about a 7 on the XYZ I talk about. Your XYZ is, X is how much you gain within ratio trades, which in this case you can see was about 7.5. Y would be the average of these coins' gains from this point on, which I suppose I could calculate. So let's go ahead and do that. And this was trading at 308 and 1080. And of course, you should have been profit taking at right times. This is only just the ratios. But this is down to 2. This is down to 27. So they're like down 4 times ish, which is 0.25. So now you're like, if it was 7.5, well, a quarter of 7.5 is, well, half is 37. Half of that is like, or 3.7. So you're like 1.8 right now, because Y is a pretty bad number. It's under 1. Of course, again, when Y is big, you do something about it, and you react to the situation is what you do. And Z is the price of Bitcoin. How much is it down from that point to show how much your net portfolio is? And when XYZ is big, the number, you should be profit taking in this business. That's just how it goes. Because again, when we come down to this period, because let's just copy this. I'm going to copy that number and see where we stand roughly around, and I don't even know what the number is because I just copied and pasted this data. Right around here, mid-January. Oh, it looked like it went down. Yep. It went down. Half the price. Okay, that's what it was. It came out strong. Well, it came out really expensive, I guess you could see. Because this is 2 zeros 8. This is 3 zeros 4. 3 zeros 2. So, yeah, I got its ass kicked right there. But, of course, the volatility that this had at the time, I mean, it was just phenomenally large. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. And yeah, I've already given you the information to get the code. Small Basic is the program that I use to plug away with. Really, I don't know much about computer language, and I know a lot. That's the easiest way to put it. I mean, the codes that I know is very limited, but what I know what to do with those codes, it could be better, actually. It could be better. I could do... Because actually fantasy baseball is coming in. I was just having one of those thoughts today. I'm thinking, oh man, it's not going to be hard to simulate it to get the intended results the way that I wanted and the results to actually be very useful and profitable. I'm thinking, yeah, I guess I got no choice. At one point, I actually figured blackjack out. I mean, on so many fronts. And you can literally be in a day and age where you can count cards, and it's actually really easy to do for me. And it's mathematics. It's not counting. It's mathematics in both sense. I can take a 52 deck of cards, and what you do is you just flip a deck of cards face up, like about, I don't know, 3/4 of a second per card. That's all I need. I need practice time. I haven't done this in a year, maybe once or twice in the last year, 2 years even. And that is, I'm just going to throw the 51 cards in. I'll tell you what the last card is, the ranking in the suit. And if I'm in good fundamental shape that day, I'm focused, and I've done my practice in advance. Because I can tell, if I did it right now, I've got about a 20-30% chance of doing it if I were to do it right now, because I haven't done it in a long time. And I count cards. I add cards. I just know that the number is, I think it's 1,378, but the important number is 78. Because that's the sum of all numbers 1 through 52. And I give every card a number. Like 4 hearts is the fault. It's the 4. All hearts are 1 through 13. Ace is 1. King is 13. So like 46. That would be 10 of spades, I think it is. No. See, that's exactly it. 46. It should be the... I would definitely fail on that. right now because it's been like 4-6 months. Like 42. Give me that one. That should be easy. That's a club. 42 is the 8 of clubs. That one I know for sure. So I already have my numbers in play. And that's just thing that I do, stuff like that. But you can go on the internet. You can have dealers from places in Europe and different countries. And it's like a real casino, literally, pretty much, with cameras. There's no one sitting at the tables, but there's all the computer chips and everything. There's the real cards. They shuffle them, 8 deck shoes. And, well, I mean, you don't have to count in your head. You can write them on a piece of paper so you don't lose count. I mean, remembering the numbers part of the counting when you're playing blackjack. Because that was my biggest problem for years, is always forgetting the count. And sometimes after like 5 seconds, it was like, and after 10 seconds of doing it, whatever. Not anymore, though. And in this, you can write it down, but you can only do that, but you can also get really specific, like the exact cards. Every time a 2's and a 5 and a face card, an ace. You can put it through, and you can get the exact percentage chances of every possible outcome that's going to happen because you're putting the data in. And I kind of did that for a little bit. But blackjack isn't a game that I like, actually, as far as one that I think is very profitable. In fact, one of the sickest things was I was actually doing the small basic to calculate volatility. And how not only that, I needed so much sample size. I'm like, geez, this isn't going to be fun. And it's going to work out that I have a relatively decent chance, like 12-13% chance of losing here, 15% chance, and I actually did. But I had the computer calculate all my outcome stuff like that because I kind of knew how to do that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.